have you been? I am Prajakta and welcome to my channel Dancingbibliophile. I have always loved reading diverse books, and in my effort to do that, I like participating in various readathons. One such readathon is the Asian Readathon organized by Cindy from With Cindy. Now, May is the Asian American and Pacific Islanders Heritage Month, and for this, Cindy organizes this Asian Readathon in the month of May. Now, I have been participating in this readathon for the last couple of years, but I usually post its updates on my Bookstagram channel. So, if you haven't yet followed me on my Bookstagram account, do it now. As I've joined this booktube community this year, I decided to share my Asian Readathon TBR for this year over my booktube channel. So before we move forward, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn the notifications bell so as to get notified every time I post a new video. So Cindy has given a few prompts which you can check from her video. I will leave the link in the description box below. And she has also shared a bunch of different resources where you can check what all books you can read if you want to join this readathon. I have picked a bunch of different books from various Asian countries which will fulfill all of the prompts for this year. But right now, while sharing my TBR, I'll be going country-wise. So the first book which I'm planning to read is by an Indonesian-born Singaporean author, Clarissa Guinawan. I hope I said it correctly. And the book is called The Rain Birds. It is set in a fictional town of Japan and is the story of Rain Ishida, who has just finished his graduate school when his sister, Kieko, is murdered. Now Ren has to go back to his hometown and take the job of his sister at a local school, and it is a story of how he copes to the death of his sibling and tries to know what actually led to the murder of Keiko. Now, I actually got to know about this book from the Storygraph directory for the Asian Readathon, and it seemed quite interesting. The second book which I'm planning to read is Inside Out and Back Again by a Vietnamese American author, Thanh Ha Lai. It is a story of a 10-year-old Vietnamese girl and how she is forced to migrate to America because of the Vietnam War. Now, this book is inspired by childhood experiences of the author herself, and as I have not read anything from Vietnam so far, I think this will be a good start. The next book which I have picked for this readathon is The Stationery Shop of Tehran by Mirzan Kamali, who is an Iranian author. I have been seeing this book all over BookTube and Bookstagram for the last couple of years, and I guess I'll be finally reading it this May. It is a story of Roya and Bahaman, who have met in a stationery shop in Tehran, and how their love blossoms during the social and political upheaval going on around them. I am super intrigued by the setting of this book, and because of all the good reviews I have heard about it, I think I'll definitely like it. The next book which I'm planning to read is The Vegetarian by Han Kang, who is a South Korean author. This book won the 2016 Man Booker International Prize and is a story of a woman who has bloody nightmares and so decides to live a meat-free life, basically turn into a vegetarian. But her husband and other family members try to dissuade her, and what in turn happens results into something very dangerous. Honestly, this sounds so intriguing, and it is under 200 pages, so definitely hoping to get to that one. Next up is my neighboring country, Pakistan, and the book is Burnt Shadows by Kamila Shamsi, who is a Pakistani British author. Now, this is the story of a Japanese girl during the Second World War and how she travels from Japan to India and later to Pakistan during the partition via Afghanistan. Now, this is about an Asian character set in 4 different Asian countries written by an Asian author. So, I guess it can't get more Asian than this. And this book has been in my TBR for quite a long time, and I have heard really good things about Kamila Shamsi's writing. So, yeah, hoping to like this one. The 6th and the 7th book is from Japan. First one is Convenience Store Woman by Sayaka Murata. It has been on my TBR for so long and I have seen it all over Bookstagram. So Convenience Store Woman is basically a story of a 30-something Japanese woman who works at a convenience store and has little to no friends.
Now, even though she is happy with her mundane life, she does not abide to the usual societal norms of Japan, and it kinda affects her life in a way. So, it is quite a light read in just more than 150 pages. Next up is a detective fiction, The Devotion of Suspect X by Kigo Higashino. Recently, I made a video where I suggest 5 unputdownable books in the thriller or mystery category. You can check the video here or in the description box below. It also contains a book by Kigo Higashino, and honestly, ever since I read that one, I really wanted to read The Devotion of Suspect X. This book is set in Tokyo where weird things happen, and Detective Kusanagi is required to piece them together to make some sense. And honestly, after reading the other book by Kigo Higashino, I could pick this up blindly. And I've also read really good reviews about it on Bookstagram, so why not? Last but definitely not the least are 3 books from India. The first one is Undertow by Janvi Barua. It is a story of Loya who lives in Bangalore but travels to Assam to meet her grandfather and seek answers to several questions. Now, I'll just read it from the blurb. A delicate, poignant portrait of family and all that it contains, Undertow becomes an exploration of much more: home and the outside world, the insider and the outsider, and the ever evolving nature of love itself. Quite an interesting blurb, and I'm really intrigued by this one. I got this book as a gift last year, and I guess I finally need to get to this one. The next one is Karuku by Bama. It is the first autobiography written by a Dalit woman, and it is about her experiences living in mainstream India as a Dalit woman, and it is kind of a self reflection by the author. The last book is written by Fakir Mohan Senapati, 6 Acres and a Third, which was originally written in Odia. Set in the 1800s British colonial rule, this book talks about how the changing legal arrangements and societal landscape has altered the lives of people in rural India and how their fortunes changed. It is a fun novel, and as I have not read anything from Odisha so far, I am quite excited. I have also participated in Lit with Indian Lit, which is an initiative started by Smriti from Sunfeeds to read more translated Indian literature. So I have deliberately tried to add more translated Indian books in my Asian Readathon TBR as well. So that's it for today's video. These are my 10 hopefuls for the Asian Readathons happening in the month of May. If you like this video, do not forget to like and share it, and definitely subscribe to my channel. Until next time, happy reading. Bye bye.